Hi YouTube subscribers, hi YouTube world. So I'm back from eating. I went out to eat pho with my friends. We usually do that like once a week, and I feel like that's important for me as a nurse, or just, you know, anybody in general, that you have that time to reconnect with your friends. So I originally was doing that for a long time, and then when I started my nursing job, I stopped doing it because we used to go out to eat on Saturdays, and that's usually when I'm coming off my last shift. So I've been too tired, but I got my friends to come out on a Sunday instead. So anyway, that's why I kind of had to cut my last video short. So just continuing on that note of the last video, I just wanted to give you guys more updates about what's been going on in my life, and in general, not just nursing. The only other thing I would like to say about my last video with nursing, and how it's been kind of, you know, not exactly an easy transition into being a new nurse for me, although I probably would not change it for the world. I like being a nurse. I like helping people. I like being in the medical field, don't get me wrong. But I feel like there are some things I wish my job would change. If there was one thing I could change about my job, that would be just better staffing. And this is probably a common complaint or problem that other nurses have where they might work. But I feel like in particular, I just wish that my job would have one more nurse on my unit at night. I feel like that would help so much, taking some of the load off of what I'm expected to do. It would help me be able to get out more on time when an emergency happens, because that does seem to happen a lot on my unit, and that kind of gets you off track, and you're already so busy that when something comes up, it then makes you have to stay later. So I really wish we just had one more nurse on my unit at night like they do during the daytime, because I feel like the night can be just as busy as during the day, if not even more so, because I feel like a lot of patients sundown, and we get more tasks thrown on us because they feel like, oh, it's slower at nighttime, which isn't really true, but I guess in some ways, yes. But because we have all those other tasks thrown on us, it is just as busy, I feel like, as during daytime. And there's a lot of, I feel like, emergencies that seem to happen at nighttime. For whatever reason, patients will sometimes turn at night. So that's all I have to say as far as nursing. I'm going to try to bring that up at our next couple meetings that we have. I know other people have brought up that issue before, that they feel like we need more nurses on my unit. And I just want to reiterate it to them and tell them why I think it would be better, because not only would it be easier for people like me, other nurses on that unit, but I feel like it will help with stopping turnover, and it will also help with us not having to pay extra for these temp nurses. So it will save them money, I feel like, in the long run. And anyways, that's all I have to say about that. But as far as my life in general, I've been getting caught up now that I'm not in nursing school with my own health. So I just had my mammogram, which is really important for me. I'm only 32, but because both my mom and my sister had breast cancer at a considerably young age, at 42, I've been getting them since I was 30. So I was a little late on getting it just because of everything going on in my life, but I knew it was important. So I went and got that. I'm still waiting on my results. But I got like my checkup. Everything went well. I had my cholesterol rechecked because last time I went to a doctor a couple years ago, it was too high. And that also runs in my family. I don't know if I've mentioned this in another one of my videos, but my father had a stroke at a very young age. There's a lot of like health problems that seem to run in my family at young ages. So that's why I know I need to be on top of my own health. I mean, everybody should be, but if you know that your family health history is not very good, you need to be making sure that you're going to your yearly like wellness checks or visits with your doctor. So that's why I try to make it a priority. But the good thing is my cholesterol came back normal. Everything seemed normal. I also got genetic testing done since breast cancer runs in my family. I wanted to see if I have the same gene as my sister does. It's not the BRCA gene that runs in my family, but we have another gene mutation that I guess it increases your risk for breast, and I think either pancreatic or colon, I can't remember. So I got tested for that finally. Still waiting on my results. Other than that, I haven't been to the gym. I'm continuing to pay for a gym membership that I don't actually go to, like a lot of Americans, because I feel like I don't have the time. But I'm going to try this week to get into the gym now that my schedule's sorted out. I pretty much know my work schedule now. I did start a yoga class recently just because I don't feel like physically active enough. And I always wanted to take a yoga class, and I thought it'd be good to help me like relax since my job is so stressful. So I signed up for that. I went to it last week, and it wasn't what I thought I signed up for. So I thought I signed up for like a beginner yoga class where they teach you, you know, the basic stretches like child's pose and whatever else, basic poses. But instead, I signed up for Kundalini, or I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's Kundalini. I don't know how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but Kundalini yoga, I don't know. But it's actually not really what I thought it would be. Like, we didn't really do stretches or anything like that. All we did was kind of like meditate and focus on our breathing, which is great, very relaxing. I felt like I got something out of it. We also did chanting, which that was kind of interesting. But that wasn't really what I wanted to be paying money for, because I know I can meditate on my own time and do conscious breathing on my own. And not to say that that isn't really good. And I actually did that when I was in nursing school. I would do 5-minute guided meditation. And I actually do believe in meditation. I think it has healing powers, like natural healing powers. I think it's really good psychologically and physically. So it's not that I don't believe in it, but I wouldn't have paid for it if I knew that, because I can do it for free on my own time. And I would rather just do 5 minutes every day on my own, like I used to when I was in nursing school. I want to get back into that habit. But yeah, if I had known it was that, I wouldn't have paid the $50 for that, 8 or 9 classes. But I'm going to keep going since I paid for it. And I do like the teacher a lot. I like learning about it. But it wasn't what I was expecting. Also, the class, there's only like 3 other people, and they're all elderly, which, no offense, I work with elderly people, so obviously I like elderly people, but I was hoping more for like people my own age and to be getting more of a workout. So that was kind of interesting to go to. And some of the chanting and stuff is kind of a little out there for me. But I'm going to keep going. Yeah. And now I know for next time, like, pay attention to what you're signing up for. But it's at a really nice rec center. Phoenix recreation centers are throughout the valley. This is the first one I've been to, but it's like really nice. If it was closer to us, I probably would pay to have a gym membership there, because they have like a huge basketball court. They've got all kinds of gym equipment. It's just a really large, modern facility that I really like. So that's cool. I did that, and I signed up to volunteer at a ranch because being in Arizona, I love ranches, and I love horseback riding on ranches. No, I'm not going to be necessarily horseback riding, but I will be helping other people horseback ride. It's for an organization that works with disabled like children and youth, and is giving them therapy, like animal therapy with horses. So I don't know what I'll be doing exactly, if I'm going to be just like feeding the horses or brushing them or helping people to get on horses. I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. I said I would do pretty much whatever, like for up to 3 hours a week. The only thing I'm a little concerned with is how it's going to work with my job, because I didn't really think of this at the time when I was signing up, but sometimes my job might have to call me in if they can't find somebody, so I'm hoping it's not going to interfere with us volunteering. But mostly I said I would want to volunteer during the daytime, so I don't think that my job would be calling me in there at that time. But I don't know, like they might make me stay sometimes after my shift if they can't find somebody to come in. So what I'm hoping is that doesn't happen. If it starts being a problem where I'm not able to fulfill my volunteer obligations, and I'll have to back off. But I really was like so excited when I found this online, because I love ranches, I love horseback riding, I like volunteering, I like working with disabled individuals. So I was like, this is perfect, like for me. Would be a perfect hobby to start volunteering at. So I went and got like a pair of cowgirl boots, because I always wanted a pair since I moved to Arizona. And we'll see. Training for that starts in November, so I still have a couple weeks till training. And then hopefully it will work out, with my busy work schedule. Hopefully it will be okay. If not, I'll have to, I guess, I might have to either cut back on hours, or maybe stop if it starts becoming a problem. But right now I'm just super excited. I found this opportunity through a website called volunteermatch.com, because I volunteered in nursing school. I've kind of always volunteered, but not like on a regular basis, and I've always liked volunteering, and I would be happy to make new friends and just start having more of a life now that I'm out of nursing school. So I thought this would be perfect. So if you're looking for volunteer opportunities in your area, I suggest that website. It can narrow down volunteer opportunities based on where you live and what you're interested in. So I picked animals, and then I picked, like within 10 or 20 miles of me, and that's what popped up, and I was like, oh my god, this would be perfect. So excited. I really love horses, and I want to get more comfortable handling them and being around them and everything. So I thought this was just a win-win all around. Other than that, not too much has been going on. I went to Halloween party the other week. That was a ton of fun. One of my friends there is actually a popular Instagram person, Whiskey God Todd. If you haven't checked out his page and you have an Instagram, I recommend doing it. When I was at his party, I got to see all his, he's got this room with all this alcohol in it, where he actually has kind of like a part-time job where he tries out different alcohol and gives reviews on his Instagram page. And it's just really cool. He gives really great detailed reviews. And of course at the party he was giving people like the best alcohol drinks I've ever had. So he is legitimate. Yeah, so that was really cool, and it was just good to get together with friends and have a good time and relax with my husband. And I just love Halloween, so me and my husband had like our matching costumes. He was like a criminal and I was a cop, so. And I wore like this horrible tacky mustache, like with Super Troopers, and you know, the aviator sunglasses. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on. Sorry I haven't been uploading a lot of content. Hopefully, you know, as I get more into the swing with my job and the schedule, I'll be doing more content. And I did want to give one more update as far as the weight loss journey and everything. So I have been losing some weight, even though I haven't been going to the gym. I think just because of my job, I literally don't even take a break, and I'm literally like on my feet almost the entire 12 hours I work, kind of running back and forth. So I've been losing weight, and I feel like I've been gaining muscle just because I'm lifting heavy patients, sometimes by myself. So I feel like I'm gaining muscle and losing weight at the same time. I can tell my body's looking better. I wish I was doing it in a more healthy way, like that I did have at least a half-hour break at lunch that I'm supposed to have, because oftentimes I don't eat for a whole 12, 13, sometimes 14 hours, and that is not good for you. And sometimes I wasn't even like hardly drinking for my whole shift, which is very bad. You can get kidney stones. So what I've been doing lately is I've just been keeping bottled water and coffee literally on my cart, because if I don't keep it on my cart, if I leave it at the nurse's station, sometimes I don't even have time to grab a drink. So that's what I've been doing to make sure I'm at least drinking those two things throughout my shift. And I've been packing little snacks. That way, even if I don't get a chance to eat during my shift, on my ride home, I'm eating something. But I realize I don't have time to like eat a lunch. So if I get a chance, I'll pack something like a banana in my purse and I'll eat it. But yeah, that's some tips, I guess, if you're a new nurse, is pack things that are, you can just grab and go snacks, and try to keep bottled water on you. That way you have to, like, it's easier to drink it if it's on you at all times. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm going to try to hit the gym this week. We'll see how that goes, but I'm trying to get into that routine again. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions, comments, leave them below for me. And stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye guys.